Welcome back to Cultivation Corner.
We are back, Janeé. Like, what's up?
Well, first of all, Steve.
Yeah.
Your hat is
Hey,
dope.
with the Monstera
I really like
leaves
that.
and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's a good look.
Could I rep a hat like that even though I'm not from New York?
Absolutely. Well, you want a Texas Rangers?
Absolutely not. Nope.
You know, I'm a Yankee fan through and through. So if I can find any kind of design, especially a plant design.
That's so nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, wait until you see the next one.
Oh, well, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, exactly. What's up?
Oh, Steve.
Yeah, what's happening?
You know, it's been one of those weeks. My plants are going through some stuff. If they could talk,
They
it
probably
would not
be
be
cursing
nice.
you out.
They really would.
Oh my God, what happened? You forgot to water them or something? Is that the least of their worries?
Yes, I'm glad they're not on camera right now. I know, yeah, if they could talk, it would not be nice words.
Well, listen, I get it because I feel like I be getting cursed out by some of my plants every single day. I walk
like
by
that
and
sometimes.
I can just literally hear them whispering, "You mother."
Like, please give me some water.
Well, that's nice.
Please give me some water.
I don't think my plants are sounding that nice when they're asking for some water, personally speaking. But you doing okay?
Doing good. And yourself?
It's been a long week. Jeez, it's been a long week, And I know when you guys watch this, it's probably just like Tuesday or something.
Yeah.
But for me, it's a Friday. It's been a week. It's been a week. So, Janeé, here's the thing. I think what I want to kind of make this conversation be about is the stresses of content creating. Like, you guys, y'all don't even know how much work goes into the podcast, let alone our own channels, let alone our Instagram, let alone our TikToks, let alone, you go down the list. Okay, so I think that it's really, really important that we at least inform the viewers that this takes work and it can be stressful, you guys. Like, it can legit be very stressful, very overwhelming at times when you're trying to stay consistent, right?
It's a lot of work, but it is worth it in the end, especially when we see the final product.
Yeah.
In the episodes we already finished recording.
Yeah.
But it is reality of being a plant content creator.
I mean, it's almost like when the hobby becomes content, right? Like, we're actually showing people, how we care for our plants. I mean, everybody, it's a science behind it, sure, but everybody has their own schedule, their own time. And, I know you're a busy woman, you're a businesswoman, and you're running around the city and stuff doing your business thing. And then on that same side, you have your business YouTube channel, which, by the way, I got to say this. Congratulations. I'm trying to be like you.
Stop it. Your channel's growing really fast, Steve.
Listen, congratulations on 10,000 followers?
Yeah, I just hit 10K as of March 13th. Y'all.
Nice.
So
Congratulations. Excited. Congratulations. That's a milestone.
It is. I'm very grateful. I started this because I realized I was crazy and just gaining so many plants. And I was like, I want to tell the peoples about it.
Yeah.
Literally wanting it to be like, to film it. Yes, I knew you can make money off of YouTube, but I was like, if it happens, it happens. If not, like, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But I guess probably jumping ahead now, but the reason why I keep going is because I legit, if I'm getting not even a new plant, I haven't bought a plant this year. If I'm doing something with one of my plants and I've been showing it on my channel, I'm just like, wait, I have to show the people.
Yeah.
Like, I have to show people. Like, I just want to share my joy, like, show others my collection.
Yeah.
I just pick up my iPhone, nothing fancy, and film. And it's not for the subscribers, but of course it feels good knowing that all of y'all who do subscribe to me, you actually press the subscribe button just to see little old me.
That's huge. That's huge. And shout out to all the subscribers and viewers of all of our channels, really. I mean, it does turn into wanting to put out content for the people who actually, subscribe and view the channel and everything, in addition to the joy that we get from just taking care of the plants that we have. But it's an interesting story, right? Because it's like exactly what you mentioned, like what made you start a YouTube, which was you just sharing your journey,
Yeah.
and how it started and how it's progressing and everything like that. I mean, do you even remember like your first video?
I do, and only because well, it was over a year ago. I looked back at it because I
Okay.
did like my I think it was my 2 year anniversary, something like that, YouTube anniversary.
Yeah.
My first I cringe at it. My first video, Steve, it was 30 seconds
What? Okay.
because it took me the longest to start because I was just nervous and afraid
Yeah.
of all the things, stopping
Yeah.
myself, fear. I literally was like, I'm Janeé Simone. I collect plants. I'm going to talk about my plants, my fish, and I think I mentioned the dogs.
Okay.
It was literally just an introduction. And then I think I did B-roll, or I don't know if I was fancy then.
Did you even know that it was called B-roll back then?
Absolutely not. Nope, I knew
Look.
nothing. I just knew it was like, ooh, I like what I see online. I want to
Yeah.
replicate that in some way.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was 30 seconds, and my heart was beating so fast just like
Oh, wow.
pushing that out. Because I was like,
like hitting that upload button.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, nobody's gonna watch it, nobody cares. But I was like, I did it because I told myself at that time, I was like, even if I don't continue doing this, like at least I put out a video and I faced my fears.
Yeah.
Because the internet can be mean. Not can be mean. The internet
is
is
mean.
mean, honestly.
Yeah.
But I did it and I kept going. So now I'm in my that was June 2022. Was it?
Okay.
2022. Yes, it was June 22. Oh my gosh. So it's going to be 4 years
Ooh.
this year that I've been on
That
the
is
internet.
dedication.
The internet.
That is dedication. I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah. Especially too because I don't know, I consider myself a private person. I mean, I
Yeah.
have Instagram and Facebook. Facebook, I'm only friends with my family. And Instagram, I show my dogs and my plants.
Okay. Okay. So you
So-
curate literally what you're going to show everybody, show the masses.
Yeah,
You know, keep
'cause
some
I'm-
stuff private.
So I'm like, y'all don't need to know my whole world. Just know that I love plants, my dogs, and my fish, and my people, and that I love Jesus.
There you go. There you go. All the important stuff.
Exactly.
So you mentioned you didn't really know if people were going to watch.
No, I didn't. Because I was like, especially before I started, I was looking not only at other plant creators, but even like
Yeah.
how YouTube works. I honestly didn't even know that YouTube was that people were even like making livings off of it, or that's
Yeah.
their only income. It's like, oh wow, this is cool. It's interesting. That would be awesome if I could, benefit off of it
Yeah.
like that as well. But I was like, but Janeé, like, you're this one little person out of this big old YouTube world. Because I think it's like on the same as Google, or I think more than Google, like in regards to search terms.
Okay,
Something
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Like it's basically a search engine.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are on it. And I was like, who's going to see my videos?
Well, I tell you what, as of today, 10,000 people are going to see your videos.
Oh, thank you.
And
every one
many
of you.
more who didn't even subscribe.
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
Think about that part. Those are just your subscribers. That's not including your viewers.
That's so
Aw,
true.
look at
Or the
that.
impressions, because, YouTube lets you know even just the impression rate.
I don't even know what that means.
I think that's just like how many people actually, like, they see your thumbnail on their feed, but they just keep
They
scrolling.
keep scrolling.
I think
Why
that's
do you
it.
not click?
Okay.
Click.
Please click on it.
That's amazing.
I'm so grateful for that. But
Yeah.
Steve, your channel,
Yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there.
no,
slowly,
it is.
slowly but surely.
It's growing a lot.
Yeah, I appreciate that. The funny thing is, I kind of, I guess, was nervous the same way that you were. And the funny thing is, believe it or not, shout out to Richie, right?
Yeah.
Because he was the one who told me, hey, Steve, like you could do this, like start a YouTube.
It's true,
You
yeah.
know? So I got to really
That's
give a
great
shout
advice.
out to Richie at Growfos for, just putting the seed in my head, to get this thing going. And my first video was a houseplant tour, if I'm not mistaken. And it was a longer video. The shit took me forever to edit. Like,
Did you want to give up at the beginning?
I was like, this
like, what is it?
right here is too much work. Like, I took film and television in college. So I knew about Final Cut. Like we used to do Avid Pro back in the
really?
day, yeah. And Final Cut Pro was that kind of like that new thing that was happening. Look, I'm gonna date myself in the early 2000s, and all that stuff. So then, Final Cut Pro was the thing that the pros used to edit software. But I was using my phone, like I was using the little measly old iMovie, and going crazy with it because it was just so
a lot to do on the phone.
It was so small, like my thumbs are fat, so to get the video to end exact. Oh, it was just awful. Yes. It was awful. But then I graduated to Final Cut Pro, and then with your tutelage, with helping me figure out some things, because it is a learning curve.
It really is
for this thing. To edit videos and everything
Final
like that.
Cut Pro sponsor us?
Yeah, please. And please, sponsor us. But it started me posting more, because once the first one is out the way, then it's like, oh, okay, that wasn't so bad. Yeah. Right?
Now, I'll have to stop you there. Where do you feel like, because you said you were nervous at first, where do you think that like stemmed from? Like, what was your thing, like, stopping you initially to wanting to do YouTube?
Yeah, so my voice, first of all. Like, I always had an issue with my voice and how I sounded, how I was going to come across, and everything like that. But, I mean, listen, you got to get over that.
Yeah.
I had to get over that fear and put myself out there. That was another thing, putting myself out there, right? Because I've done... the fitness thing on Instagram, and I'm getting older. I can't lift as heavy as I used to, and
But I lift plants.
I lift plants. Yeah, I can lift plants. Okay, I might not be able to lift heavy, but I can lift plants. Like lift heavy weights. But the funny thing is that I had to rediscover or discover a new lane. That I was going to be in. That it wasn't. It wasn't as much pressure to show crazy exercises, because these guys out here on Instagram and stuff, they're doing some amazing stuff that I throw my back out literally if I was to even attempt to do some of the stuff that I mean, listen, you hear me get up this couch and my knees are cracking, So I had to discover a new lane that I could, go into with an interest of mine that was important to me. And so it was just taking a risk and taking the criticism, like, oh, he was, into body and working out. Now he's into plants. Like, I heard that, and I was like, yeah, I'm into, I can evolve. Do a shift. I can evolve. Wow. I can be different. I can grow. I can change. Like, that's just who I am. I've never been afraid of that. And here's where I am in my life right now. So I lift plants. Yes. Lift plants and other things too.
How did you come up with the name? I don't think I ever asked you that.
No,
actually.
I don't know. You didn't. And I'm trying to think. That I love fitness. Like I love working out, and I remember, like what sounds right, what's catchy. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I think I was up and just like, you lift weights all the time, like you lift plants now. And I was just like, I do lift plants. I lift plants, and, cause I was thinking of like my heavier plants. At the time I had a bird of paradise.
That was a stunner.
My beautiful bird of paradise that went to plant heaven because of spider mites, unfortunately. But it was so heavy that I had to keep lifting it to feed it, because I would lift it out the pot, put it in, like a tub of water and all of that stuff. And I was like, I lift plants. Like, okay.
I love that.
I lift plants.
Yeah, I never asked you that. Wow. Yeah. And it's so catchy now. It's like, yeah, Steve from I Lift Plants.
I Lift Plants. I mean, the names are almost synonymous right now.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Hey, it's Steve with I Lift Plants. Like that's how I introduce myself.
That is true. It's never just I Lift Plants. Steve, I Lift Plants. Yeah. It's just all together.
I introduce myself to people on the street like that.
Hi, I'm Steve. I Lift Plants.
Steve with I Lift Plants. But it's fun now. Like it's fun. So, speaking of that, right? Because it is a thin line
Yeah.
between it remaining fun and it feeling like work. So I got to ask you, does it ever feel like work to you when you do this?
So first, starting out, it wasn't. Even though too, I was spending so much time with editing. I was like this. At first, I was just like, I actually low-key like to do it.
Yeah.
But then, I guess as life gets busier and stuff, and then it becomes more. It does becomes more work.
Yeah. Especially when people are starting to take it serious
Yes.
now, right? Because it's one thing when you first start and it's just like, hey, I just got that out the way and let's see if anybody watches, right? But now, since, you got viewers who depend on you putting out content.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't want to just, I don't know. Because I feel like I like a certain way. Well, no, I not feel like it. I do like a certain way for my videos to be. I love music. If you're subscribed, you can't tell. I just love like adding it. And then, I mean, it is. I'm like, Janeé, you're doing sometimes like not doing too much because it's like it's what I want.
Yeah.
But then it's like I don't want to just put out anything. But lately, more so recent, it hasn't been like work because I don't post as much.
Okay.
And I had to do that. I was doing 3 times a week.
Ooh.
Which was good.
That's a lot.
But then it did. It became a lot. And then I was like, I can't keep up with it.
Was it long form videos that you were doing 3 times a week?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Long form 3 times a week.
Yeah.
And I would say last year I was trying to do at least, I don't know, 20 or more. Now my videos have decreased some.
Yeah.
My long forms are now, I don't know, give or take, it depends. Maybe 12, 15 minutes.
Yeah,
or so.
That's almost like a sweet spot, right?
Yeah. Not too long, not too short.
Yeah.
But more so recently, it hasn't been work because I post less.
Okay.
I post less, and now I'm like, okay, I'm going to dedicate this day and specific time frame for YouTube. Because before I'd be like, oh, I'm going to do a little bit every day. Absolutely not. Not anymore, Janeé. You are not. Right. You are not, because life is busy. So much to do. And so I just dedicate that 2-3 hour time frame, whatever it is, and just get it done then. And then I can just go on about other stuff. So, but it does become work if you're not careful.
Well, I think that's because, I mean, think about it. Filming takes time. You got to set up the camera. You got to set up the angle. You got to, test the audio. Do you use a mic like that?
Not even, that's sad. I have a mic. I haven't stopped using it. I'm like, forget it. Because too, I want to ask you that, Steve, like, when do you decide is the right time to create a video or just relax, be in the moment, and enjoy your plants?
That's a great question. And, here's my thing. I set up my apartment because it is my sanctuary. Like this is a place because I don't really like to hit the streets too much. And, getting up there so I can sit back and rewatch a series with a glass of wine and some Biscoff cookies. I'm showing my age, you guys.
So
with the cream in the middle.
I love Biscoff, yes.
Like that Biscoff cream.
Is that a New York thing?
It's a Delta thing for me because that's what I get on my flights.
Oh really?
Yes. Are you kidding me? And I'll be like, yo, some more. I need some more.
Those are delicious.
I can't help it. I'm addicted to it, and I'm content with the fact that I will never have a 6-pack anymore because I'm going to continue to eat Biscoff cookies, and I'm happy about that. Like, I buy packs of it at Kroger. Yeah, packs.
So that's your weakness.
Yeah. And it is what it is. They taste good. So sue me.
But a glass of wine.
There you go. There you go. Actually, my birthday's tomorrow.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it jumped up 7 months, but it's okay.
But no. To answer your question, I do find my time to relax, right? But whenever I have an idea to film, and typically it's like the same thing. It's like the 5 best plants for this, the to buy plants that are giving me a hard time. And I'll get inspired just by looking at, who's around me, what's around me. And I'm like, oh yeah, you're giving me a hard time, so I'm going to do a video on you. Or you're looking great, and I'm going to, showcase, like my 3 favorite ags right now, because I'm discovering this about filming. I'm not a botanist. I'm not a horticulturalist, if that's a word. But I do have a passion for plants. So I know what my lane is a little bit now. Like, I'm not going to give you anything science, right? Unless I do the research. And that's another thing that kind of takes time whenever you're doing videos, is that you really want to make sure that you're giving the right information. And maybe, like if you didn't give the right information in the previous video and you've learned from that mistake, you want to provide the the research and the science behind what you did wrong and stuff like that. But I really try to research my content to make sure that I'm either saying the right thing or saying, calling the plant by its right name and all of that stuff. So that takes time. And the setup, it's long, so I have to be in the right, I have to be in the mood, like, to be honest.
Yeah.
And on top of that, real quick, is that I try to be consistent. So I try to put out a new video every Sunday, and I've been really, really good with that for the past few months.
I was about to say, it's been a while. You've been consistent.
Yeah. And here's the thing about that, even the days and the weeks that I really don't feel like putting out any content, because life be lifing.
Yeah.
And, you have to really gear yourself up and psych yourself up to have the Steve I Lift Plants personality show on camera. And sometimes that Steve ain't there.
Yep.
Right?
That
Steve ain't there, and the Steve that is there wants to be quiet. He might be pissed.
Yeah.
He might, heard bad news or whatever. But the show must go on sometimes, right? Especially with me trying to be consistent.
Yeah.
So that's why that wine come into play.
Got to push through with some vino.
Push through with that Tempranillo, or some Ganache or something. Something got to get my mood up. But it's a lot that goes into it.
It is. Have you ever recorded a whole video or even half a video, and then either or it wasn't recording, or the audio was wrong, or you just didn't like what you recorded and you had to start all over again, or just gave up?
Yeah, that's happened twice. And the first time it happened was recently, as a matter of fact, where I actually recorded 2 videos, right? 2 separate videos that I didn't like. And the first video, I never forget, that I didn't like was because I just wasn't in the mood. It's no secret that we're living in some crazy times. And so I was just really, really affected by what's going on in the world. And my content is not political, or it's not, I try to, give people an escape. But sometimes, stuff shows up at your door. Okay. And I let days go by to see if I can kind of like get over what was going on, and maybe I could jimmy up some positivity and everything like that. But, that week, I just couldn't do it. And so I had recorded this video that I'm sure my viewers could tell was fake, and that I wasn't being authentic or genuine. And I was like, you know what? I can't air that in good conscience when that's not where I am right now. So, it's not like I'm going, excuse me, and doing a Broadway show and I'm playing the same character over and over again. No, I'm human, and I got highs and lows, and sometimes that's based on external factors. So I redid the video.
Okay.
And I was very, very truthful with how I felt at the time that I shot it. And I got a little bit of hate because I, in my opinion, called it how I saw it. But at the end of the day, it made me feel so much better to be genuine and authentic and me.
Yeah.
In that moment.
And that's what matters.
And that's what matters.
And I love that you just, like you said, you just stay true to yourself and not just putting out whatever. I would say maybe a few times I wasn't feeling it and I still did it, but then looking back on it, I'm like, you shouldn't have did that, Janeé.
Well, you knew, but do you think that any of your viewers knew?
I don't think so, because I knew. I don't think so. It was usually when I'm not in the mood, I don't show my face.
Oh, okay, okay.
And so I can sort of like quote unquote play it off, or like add music, like this is this. Throw Sweetie and Remy's in.
Yeah.
Throw some cute dogs.
Yeah, cute dogs. That'll always make the mood up.
I'm like, okay, I think they'll like this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say that was maybe only a few times, give or take. But like you, like if I'm not feeling it, I don't want to just get on there. Or two, what I've been telling myself recently, since I have gone to one video a week, there's been weeks where I didn't do anything, but I don't beat myself up about it, because before I would, because I was like, I was forcing myself, like, Janeé, you have to get this video out. You have to put something out. The YouTube algorithm's going to hate you. Like, you have to. Or it was just like, if you don't feel like it and you don't have anything recorded, I don't want to rush everything just to put something out, just to have on there. So I'm just letting myself know, like, it's okay. Like, you don't have to. Like, don't stress out over that. Yeah. Just like I keep saying, I'm not going to stress out over my plants. I'm not going to stress out over YouTube.
And it can drive you to that because of what you just mentioned with the algorithm.
Yes.
With, I mean, listen, shout out to every single plant content creator out there, right? I mean, in addition to all the other content creators, right? Because a lot of us are doing this on our own, like by ourselves. There's no team, yet.
If you are in the DFW area and you would like to intern with us, right?
Right.
Editing, production, social media, please, legit, we need help.
It's a lot, you guys. It really is too. And this is the part that, first of all, the time aspect is one thing. Like at one point we were trying to get 3 schedules together. Yeah. Right? Like 3 different busy schedules, together to shoot for hours. Yeah. For hours. And then the editing piece. And then the marketing piece. Yes. And then taking photos and pictures to promote. And it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And even since it's the two of us, we still have a hard time trying to,
it's hard matching our
schedules together. Right.
Exactly. Even if some days we just did like a 45 or an hour window, like, okay, like we have this window, let's do it. But I mean, we're making it work.
And literally the worst part of it all is, when I'm on my drive home, I'm like, damn, I should have said this.
I could have did this.
I could have did this.
So it's not just me.
No, it's not just you. So let me ask you this. And filming your own stuff, do you ever have like the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, like I wish I would have done this?
Oh, yes, for sure. Especially like, I don't know, because sometimes I do feel like I'm holding myself back in a way, or I don't want to, or I just don't say what I really want to. I don't know why. That's still, I guess, I don't know, people pleasing in a way. Yeah. But it doesn't happen often, though. I can say that. It doesn't happen often. So. Okay. Because now I'm just like, it is what it is, you know? Yeah. And just try to just go ahead and say it.
Well, see, listen, my mouth is crazy. Y'all don't even know the half of what my mouth could do. Because I'm tamed right now, all right? But, I remember, just really trying to not make all my videos rated R. You know what I'm saying? Like literally saying, okay, well, this is PG-13 at best, because I do want to expand my audience and not offend anybody or get canceled. You know what I'm saying? One or the other. But at the end of the day, I really do try to showcase my range in terms of who I am as a person. Yeah. I am I try to, sometimes be funny. That comes sometimes across as corny. That comes across sometimes as extra. That comes across sometimes as reserved.
You're a low-key comedian,
Yo,
Steve.
listen.
I be cracking up.
Yo, listen. but this is me. This is like the spectrum of who, of what makes me who I am, and sometimes I guess bubbly, and sometimes I'm low key, and sometimes and I want to make sure that I show that, because I'm not a monolith. I'm like, I'm very, I'm not even the dichotomy of Steve is like, boom, boom, boom. It's more than just two things.
I love that you said that, because I think in a way too, I never thought of it until you just said that. When I did first start out, I guess the first 1 or 2 years, I was just more so, because we talked about before, like I was struggling with my voice and stuff, and I was just like, oh, like this is a plant, blah blah blah, da, 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 da. But now I'm like, I have been showing my true personality. I know some people are like, oh, you're like goofy. I am, or silly, or especially if I have Oma or Ruth on, like, all the giggling and like that's me.
Right.
That's me. I'm not a serious person. Like,
but you want to know. You know what? It's the rainbow of what makes you who you are.
Yeah.
All these different colors that just make you who you are, and it's okay to be blue. Some days it's okay to be red. It's okay to be purple and yellow, and all that stuff that makes you who you are.
Yeah.
You're the full spectrum of the rainbow, and all its glory and colors and specialness. Yeah. So, gotta own that. I love that analogy.
Exactly.
Gotta own it.
You have to. And I think too, because I was like, oh, Janeé, don't put your full self out there, whatever. Like, these are just things I've been, I guess in a way, overcoming.
Yeah.
Like, who cares what other people think? Like, this is me.
Hey, listen.
This is me.
It's 2026, right? And, here's the thing. I admire a lot of people for who they are, and I'm gonna probably name drop like 3 people, right? First of all, I think I mentioned this before. First and foremost is Queen Latifah. Love her, love Queen.
Yes.
But also like Keke Palmer, and Megan Thee Stallion. And the reason why I bring those 2 up is because Keke was doing like the red carpet somewhere, and she saw Meg Thee Stallion and everything, and you could just see the interaction between those two women, and they were giggling, they were laughing, they were joking, they were making voices and everything like that, and they were being exactly who they were, and it is, so what if we're goofy, so what if we're we're sexy and we're still funny and all that stuff, and this is me, this is who I am, unapologetically. Rihanna be walking around here smoking a blunt half the time, you know what I'm saying, and not caring.
It's like, that's
just me.
Like,
and it's a freedom behind that.
There really is, because then you don't feel so, it's like you feel, I guess from experience, like personally, like just confined to a certain way, like you should be or act. It's like, no, like I want to be, have that freedom and just truly be me.
So let me ask you this question, because I think this kind of maybe segues into that, right? A lot of people are plant content creating, okay? And again, I think, I know that there is space for every single plant content creator out here. The fact that you're unpeeling the onion of who Janeé is, do you find yourself having to do that based on, I don't know, maybe comparing yourself to other creators and trying to be more open, or like where does that come from? Or is it something that you just feel like you just have to do for yourself?
Yeah, no, that's a good question. I honestly feel like I know it's something I have to do for myself. Of course, at first starting out, I was like, ooh, I really love this person. Yeah. I want to try to do this just like her. But no, you have to find your own lane. We are all our own individual person, our own individual selves.
Got that right.
We were all created uniquely, and
we got different fingerprints. Like how billions of people got different fingerprints. You know what I mean? Like, so we're unique.
Exactly. And it's like Like, no, I don't want to be like anyone else. I want to be like Janeé.
That's right.
Like, point blank. Janeé Simone.
That's right. That's
Add my
it.
little, I don't know, flair, the music, or I've gotten compliments before, like, about the music. Like, thank you. Like, sometimes funny. Editing the music takes me longer than actually editing, because I want to find the perfect song
right, you
that's
find,
for that mood and for the thing.
Perfect song, yeah.
I've spent before, and I was so annoyed with myself. I was like, "That's not the song I want." Like 45 minutes searching through the library of songs
because I already know what song will be perfect, and it's typically not a song that I can use because of copyright issues. So, like, you don't know how many times I want to throw like a Tribe Called Quest, or a Rihanna song, or something like that in my background. I could do that on Instagram sometimes, but YouTube is like, we're not having that. You are getting flagged, and you ain't gonna make nothing off of this video.
Have you ever thought about doing a video but just having it or set as demonetized? Like, it wouldn't be monetized. Just go ahead and...
I mean, I have one like that. It was one of my first videos, and I was kind of low-key pissed off because it doesn't count the views towards the...
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, it doesn't even do that.
And it was a good video?
I mean, it was mediocre, because it was one of my first ones, but it still could have counted towards my monetization. And the fact that it couldn't count because
dang it.
I forgot what song it was, but it was, some popular song or whatever. And I'm like, I can't believe it. I mean, it makes sense. Like, you can't use other people's music without permission.
Still, but like, this was a good video.
It's a good video.
Like, come on.
No, come on. Cut me some slack. Give me the rights.
Exactly. So when you first started doing your videos into where you are now, what areas or even one area do you see yourself like that you've, I don't know, like grown in? Has it, you being on the internet, helped you in any way in your life?
Yeah, I gotta say, I've gotten more confident doing this. A lot of insecurities, I mean, come on. I mean, I'm middle-aged and, still dealing with, getting over certain traumas in my life that affected me when I was a kid. And I have to say that I get more love for the work that I put out than I do hate. And I love that. Like, if I got more hate than love, I had to question what I was doing, But the fact that my thumbs up outnumber my thumbs down, my beautiful, enlightening, uplifting comments that I get from people outnumber the ones that try to diss me, makes me feel like I'm doing something right.
Yeah,
that's good. Have reserved the fact that I'm not going to be able to please everybody. I'm not going to get along with everybody. I think we talked about that before. And there has to be a point in life where you stop caring about that. Like, you have to stop caring about trying to make everybody happy. I'm not trying to do that no more.
Nope.
And that's another thing that I discovered doing this kind of content, is that I'm not going to make everybody happy, right? The way that I chopped up my Prince of Orange, somebody's probably like, why did he chop it up like that? Why didn't he chop it up on an angle? Why didn't he just sit it,
Hush.
Fine. Okay. If it was wrong, it's wrong. I'm going to find out if it's wrong because my plan's going to die. But I'll find that out.
You'll find out yourself.
I don't know it all. This is a sneak peek into my plant journey. My F-ups and my successes. All right? So come along for the ride.
Okay.
All right?
Doing this together.
And when I find out something that works for sure, guess what, Joe? I can speak to this. This works. Y'all see my aglaonema? Yo, this is what I do for that plant. This works. Yo, you see my Billietier? This is what I do for that plant. This works, y'all. Like, those are my stunners. You see my Marble Queen? This is what I do for that plant. This works. And so it's taught me to stand in that. You're learning and you know some stuff now. You know some stuff.
Feel more confident.
Yes. What about you?
Oh, I would definitely say yes. I do feel more confident now. Especially, and I think I say it enough on my channel, like, I'm just doing this, like, experience. Like, this is just what I'm doing. I don't know if it's gonna work or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Because I never liked when I would watch stuff, and sometimes it seemed like people would just make it so absolute, like you have to do your plant care this way or it won't work. Like, I don't like those. Like, plants, it's so multifaceted. You can
Yeah.
do. There's so many. Just example. I have a yellow leaf. What's going on? It could be so many different things.
Yeah.
So many different things.
Yeah.
And just knowing that, and then just caring for my plants the way that I do. But then it makes me happy too, and I feel more confident when I get comments like, "Oh, Janeé, I did this with my plant, what you did in your video or whatever,
Yeah.
and it helped me," or blah blah blah. Like those, like, oh, that warms my heart.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've definitely been more confident now, especially in front of the camera. When I
Yeah.
look back at my first even 5, 10, or even more than that videos, cringe. I was so like, just like, oh, meek, and oh my gosh. But now I'm just like, okay, I project my voice
That's
more.
right.
I'm more confident.
You come up to that mic like
Yeah,
Whitney Houston,
okay.
you know?
Like, this is me, Janeé.
Exactly.
And then I'm just like, okay, I'm about to do this today. I don't know if it's going to work, but here we go.
Here we go. Here
we
goes
go.
nothing.
Okay,
right?
here we go. Just come with me and have fun with my plants.
I love that. And you also mentioned comments, right? Like people in the comments saying, hey, I've done that. Exactly what you did. And, here for the ride with you. It's working, blah, blah, blah. What's the funniest comment that you got? Do you remember?
Oh my goodness. The funniest one. Ooh. I can't think of the top of my head. I guess one of the first, I don't know, Mel.
Always.
Mel, you do write some funny stuff. I can't think of a specific one.
Yeah.
Or maybe, no, when I chop up stuff too, like a joke about like, you like to chop stuff up. I can't think of exactly what it is, but I've had some good funny ones.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Can you think of any particular one?
No, but you know what always makes me laugh? When people comment on like my arms.
That's why he's eyeless plants.
That's right. But, listen, man of a certain age, getting up there, you know what I mean? I want to hear that I still got it sometimes. So thank you guys in the comments who, hey, Steve, your arms are looking good in that shirt. Thank you so much.
Look, keep those coming for him.
Please. At least once every month. You know what I'm saying?
Once
a month. Once a month.
We can do that.
Please say something like that. Real quick. We talk about the good and bad of this. Is there ever burnout for you?
Oh, for sure. And I would say that's why I like scaled back my videos per week.
Yeah.
And even sometimes like my plant care.
Yeah. Well. Yes, I know.
A little bit. I keep staring at one plant over there, that sad aglaonema. But yes, I do. But honestly, overcoming it is just giving yourself just the grace and just be in the moment. It doesn't always have to. Us as plant lovers, we can go overboard. We can be hover parents to our plants. But honestly, like, if you're not in the mood, you don't feel like it, just be still, be in the moment, or do something else. Or if you have any other hobbies or something, focus on that and then get back to your plants, Yeah. And so I haven't had burnout in a while because that's what I do. If I just know I don't want to do anything, even just water a plant that's going to take me 10 seconds, I just don't do it.
Yeah. I hear you. Yeah, no, I mean, with filming, the once a week thing was a lot for me in the beginning. Because, like I was juggling a lot of jobs, like Tommy from Martin. And, the thing about it gets overwhelming, So there was a lot of pressure, I think, that I put myself under to have to always have a premiere on Sunday nights. I still put myself underneath that pressure, and then it's like sometimes, my week can go by and it'd be like Friday, Saturday, and I'm like, shit, I didn't even do a video. Like, what am I going to talk about?
What's going on?
I got to make this easy. I can't think too hard. What am I going to talk about? You know what I mean? And so there is a little bit of pressure to, meet the needs of what's to be expected now. And then, to, I guess, to constantly feed the algorithm, like to your point earlier, and to, have a Steve talk at the end, which is, something that I really love doing, and get, called out when it doesn't happen. But again, it's like,
that's a good thing.
well, yeah, it is. But see, the thing about it is, that's, you got to catch Steve on the right day.
Yeah.
With that one. And so, I'm generally positive, when it comes to life and stuff. But, again, it's, if I'm encountering burnout with being overwhelmed with a lot of things to do, what I don't want is my content to suffer. Okay, so I really want to make sure that I'm putting out content that actually matters, that can, give somebody something to think about, or to change a perspective, or to give some sort of inspiration, or uplift them.
Yeah.
Which is another thing. Uplifters. Yeah.
Yep. Love that. So I know we talked about a lot of the goods and bads, but what would you say is your overall, I don't know, just positive thing from being a plant content creator?
So that's an easy one for me. It's the people.
Yeah,
same. Like literally, the interesting thing about the internet is that, and why am I saying the internet? I call it the internet. So I'm just going to be real. It's the internet. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm up here trying to sound all proper. The internet. No, the internet.
Who says internet?
The internet. Right? INNERNET. The internet. Right? But there's good and bad with the internet. Right? And I've experienced some bad stuff with the internet. Don't get me wrong. But I experienced a lot of good things because the internet existed. There are a lot of things in my life that probably would not have happened if it wasn't for the internet. Yeah. Right? And I got to say this. I've met people all over the country, not in person, but virtually, all over the country, all over the world, who check in and say, hey, I'm watching you from Trinidad, or hey, I'm watching you from Germany, or I'm watching you from Italy or the Philippines, or something like that. And it's just like,
that's so cool.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Like global reach.
Like it's not just Texas.
It's not just Texas.
It's not just y'all Texans.
This ain't Texas.
Literally all over the world.
All over the world.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
My goodness.
What about you? I mean,
well, one of the first things that comes to my mind, Mel, oh my gosh, keep talking about her. If y'all don't know, Melissa, she was a subscriber of mine from the beginning. Long story short, we became pen pals for like a few months, and then we switched to phone, and now we're like best friends, and I met her and all the things. Yeah. And that was because of the internet. That was because of YouTube. But it was also one of those things too where it was just like, it's not just surface level stuff. Yeah. Hi, how are you? I like plants. Me too. Like, I feel like I've known her my whole life.
Wow.
So literally have met one of my closest friends through YouTube. Yeah. So I would say that's definitely at the top positive thing for that. And then also too, it's helped me personally to be more comfortable. Yeah. Be more confident in myself and who I am. Yeah. And to stop people pleasing. Yeah. Yeah. It's still an ongoing thing, but I don't know, it has taught me a lot about myself, just who I am, and not just putting out the content, but also like, the comments, the good, the bad and stuff. And like you said, the people, and it's not just local, like all over. Yeah. That's just, it's crazy. Wild. Yeah, it is. But I love it though.
Me too. Mm-hmm. Me too.
Wow. This was a good conversation.
Yo, this really was, Janeé.
Yeah. So?
This is it, you guys. Well, not yet. We got some more episodes, all right? But this is it for today's episode. We hope that you enjoyed the conversation. You guys comment, right? Yes. Comment, like, subscribe. That helps with the algorithm. Look, that helps with the algorithm. Okay. Like we still got to deal with that. Mm-hmm. So please, if you can, and if you want to, like, subscribe, comment, put some comments. If you watching this video and something resonates with you, let us know. Yep. We definitely respond.
Let us know in the comments.
All right. Janeé, this was fun. We out.
Bye.